I love food. Like cumin and curry chicken, food is the spice of life that makes life that much more special. But good food doesn't just happen. Good food isn't wrapped in crispy mystery like a chicken nugget or reheated like a gas station burrito. Good food, memorable food, timeless food is like art that speaks to the soul on an intangible level. And like good art, good food comes from good people. Welcome to Foodie Finds, where you'll hear about some of the foods I've come to enjoy by the very culinary masterminds responsible for making them. Okay, so hi everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of Foodie Finds. And for our inaugural episode, we are going to be interviewing Sweet Tea from Sweet Tea's Puddin and Pies. Say hi, Sweet Tea.
Hi, everyone.
So, how about we just jump right into it? Um, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing as far as your food philosophy and everything's concerned, and how your business is starting up?
Well, I love food. I'm a foodie, so this is right up my alley. So thank you for inviting me because I am a foodie. When I travel, the best thing about traveling to me is the food and the culture and the finds and the taste. For me, this business truly got off the ground in May. But before that, I've been cooking and baking for a long time. Like it started in high school when I would bake cupcakes and I would sell them for like 50 cents at Coral Reef. And then I used to also sell these little magic cookie bars with graham cracker at the bottom, chocolate chip, coconut, bake it, and used to be a hit. So I think Sweet Tea's Puddin and Pie has been in the making for years, but in May it truly got off the ground when someone by the name of PJ the Cake Man, he's known down here for selling cakes and cookies and cheesecakes. He actually collaborated with me about 4 years ago, and he ordered 15 sweet potato pies for me 4 years ago. And he reached out to me in May and was like, hey, I have somebody, one of my customers, she wants 4 pies from you. You still make pies? I'm like, yeah, I still make pies. I'm still here. So when I posted that I made those pies for her and then she purchased them, every weekend since May, I've been baking or making banana pudding. So I decided to make this my second job because I love it and I love the reaction that I get from people. And I decided to take it seriously and make it my brand now.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think I actually remember the very first time you posted it on Facebook. I just looked at it and my mouth was already salivating. I couldn't wait to try it. I don't know why I didn't think to ask you sooner. So that's on me that I've been missing out all these months. Yeah, I mean the banana pudding especially is just, God, it's awesome.
Tell me more. Tell me more. How did you feel? Look at me now. I'm the interviewer. How did you feel when you took that first bite?
That was it was like a taste of my childhood in a. Oh, sorry, there's like a helicopter going by now. That's probably getting picked up, but you take one bite into that thing, and all of a sudden I'm like this 5-year-old kid just sitting on my living room playing with my Hot Wheels toys across the tile floor all over again. It's just, God, it was a magical moment, which is why I'm going to buy like 3 or 4 of them. I think I reserved this weekend alone.
You did.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Can't wait. And of course, I mean the sweet potato pie was awesome too. My wife, that was primarily for my wife, but
Mm-hmm.
had a taste and it was good. I mean that it's just, your cooking has that kind of sense of nostalgia to it that I just absolutely love. And I think that's what makes food special, when it's kind of sort of like a personal experience.
Right.
It's not just ingredients on a plate anymore. Suddenly it's something more. It's this sort of intangible thing. But so you've been baking for quite a while, and I think I remember back at Coral Reef, I think I might have had one of your cupcakes before too.
You probably did. I mean, they used to be passed around like dope. They're very addictive. As per my best friend Danielle, she always said your cupcakes are crack. And it's the same thing that everyone says about this banana pudding. Maybe it's because of I don't know, the love that I put into it. Like, I don't know. And I'm not just saying it because it's me, but I just think everything that you do, you should do it with passion. You should do it to make other people feel good, especially now. Like, these are some hard times. So if I'm able to bring joy to people through food and music and gardening or whatever it is, like that's my ultimate goal, is just to bring a little bit of, sprinkle a little bit of gold on and glitter, in the lives of people right now.
I think that's important, like what you said. I mean, you have to put your love into those kind of things, because it's like any other art form. If there's no love in it, the other person who's experiencing it, they're going to tell, like, right away. And there's definitely a lot of love in the food you make so far. You have the banana pudding right now. You have the sweet potato pie. What else do you have planned?
I have vegan options coming soon. I think I'm going to dive into the vegan options after Thanksgiving, because already I'm kind of swamped with Thanksgiving orders. So I have vegan sweet potato pie, vegan banana pudding, and also apple pie for many, many, many of you who asked, especially you, Lasonia, if you're watching. Yeah, so apple pie, vegan banana pudding, and sweet potato pie. And then that's it. Sweet teas cannot do anything. I can't. I have to stop, at some point. I just want to focus on that, and that's it.
Well, I think that's a good idea, because you keep the menu simple, you also keep the quality high, right? That's usually
exactly
the common philosophy around that kind of thing. Besides, is it just you doing all the baking, or what's your whole process like? Do you have any help, or what?
Well, I do all the baking and mixing myself, but my mom and my dad, they assist me sometimes with cutting up the bananas or crushing the cookies, or helping me, place everything in the refrigerator, because we have two refrigerators and I need a lot of space for my items. Rinsing off the containers, cleaning them out, because to me that's important. I always want to clean out everything that I use. Washing the dishes, they help me with. So honestly, that's a big help, because some nights I've had zero sleep doing this, and I don't regret it at all. But sometimes it's just me, so I lose hours of sleep. But it's worth it when I get those responses from everyone about how they feel. Like you said earlier, like you got transported back to childhood. That means a lot to me. And when I used to watch, have you ever seen the movie Ratatouille with the rat that cooks?
Oh, come on. I've basically seen any Pixar movie maybe 5 or 6 times at least.
So, so you remember when the food critic, when he had the Ratatouille and he just went back to childhood?
Yes.
Like, I love to see it. I love when people say, I felt at home. I had my line sister, Karen. She said when she ate the sweet potato pie, it felt like home to her. And it made me so emotional, because my inspiration behind this is my grandmother. The sweet potato pie recipe is hers. I will never give that recipe out. The banana pudding, I don't mind, because that's out there already. But the sweet potato pie is my grandmother's recipe. She's in a rehab facility right now because she has dementia. So my line sister said, what a way to honor her legacy through the pies. And it really made me so emotional, because I always think of my grandma when I mix up the sweet potato pie. I think of her. I've written stories about her when I was a kid, about how she used to make these awesome sweet potato pies, and I would be just so excited for Thanksgiving. I didn't care about a turkey. I didn't care about anything else. It was grandma making sweet potato pie, and that used to make me so happy as a kid. So now to make that, and I think of her and people taste it, it makes me happy. They don't know how therapeutic it is for me when they love the pie that I know comes from her.
Oh, that just makes it even more special. I feel like I can relate to that a bit, because I have that whole I have a secret recipe in my family too, for like banana bread, and it's just every single time when you make a dish like that, when you know it has that sort of heritage behind it, it becomes a whole other experience. Just doing the baking and the cooking itself and everything, it's almost therapeutic,
It is.
Yeah, but I think your grandmother would be extremely proud of what you're doing with that family recipe, and how things are going so far. So you're planning on expanding in terms of a few additional menu items, but are you planning? What are your other plans? Are you going to expand the business in any sort of way, or what's the goal there?
I'm working on a website so people can order online if they want the product shipped out to them, mainly the pie. I just want to make sure that I package it correctly, and that when they, when they receive the item, that it comes in perfect condition, and that they know how to, bake it in the oven for whatever amount of time. Like, I just want to have a quality item shipped to them, because I know a lot of people, they want to try it, but they don't live down here. So I'm really working on the website so people can order. For local people, I'm not sure if I want to do the website for them, but um, definitely for people that are out of state, I'm working on that, and people that are in Florida as well.
Okay. So for, I mean, because I know it's primarily local right now, and the way how you're getting them out is basically people are stopping by, or you're doing deliveries too, aren't you?
Yeah, I do deliveries. I try to do a delivery at least once a month to Miami Gardens, because I have a lot of support up there. And then I do local deliveries as well, and a lot of pickups. When the world opens up completely, I want to definitely be a vendor. I was a vendor this past weekend at an event, but it got rained out. So I do want to work on that.
Yeah. Wow, but that's got to be like so much work. I mean, you're getting together the ingredients, you're making them, and I understand that your parents are helping too and everything. But then you have to go out and drive and deliver all these things.
It can be a lot. It can be a lot. I just definitely have to work on developing a system where I can plan in advance, because I love for people to get everything fresh. But I do need to work on a better system for my own sanity, because I still work. I'm a mental health professional. I work at an elementary school and a middle school, and I officially start back Monday in the building full time again. So I have some stuff that I need to juggle.
I'm kind of curious about that. I'm not gonna lie, because I mean, I know that's obviously that's going to be on everybody's mind with things opening up again. I mean, personally, I've been working more or less in the office like every day since it was May or something. We went back officially, just completely. But I know my circumstances are a little bit different than others. So, and I realize this is kind of unrelated to the food and everything, but do you feel like you're going to be able to juggle all of that? Because I imagine that the stress involved with it. I mean, my wife is a school teacher, and she's back in the building, and the kids are coming back and everything. And I know that that's something that's constantly plaguing her mind. Do you feel like that's going to be a barrier to you keeping up the business and everything, or do you have pretty much like a firm grip on how things are going to go?
Again, the business is therapeutic for me. I don't want my job to get in the way of my dream. Um, I understand, like, there's a lot of fear going surrounding school reopening. A lot of the kids are not coming back. Some are staying home. So I'm going to try to be there for them, but also be there for myself too, and for other people who want sweet potato pie. The holidays are coming up, and I don't want to disappoint. I don't want to disappoint people who are looking forward to having some kind of pleasure during these times. So I think I'll be able to juggle them both. I'd rather just put more of my time into my dream instead of a 9 to 5.
Well, I think
Now,
that's
I don't have just, I'm sorry, I don't have just any 9 to 5. I'm a dedicated social worker, but I think this COVID period has taught many people to really invest in yourself, really do things that bring you genuine joy, and you're replaceable. Like, jobs will replace you within the blink of an eye. They don't really care about losing you. They can replace you today. So as much as I love my job and I love the children, I recognize that everyone's not coming back. So I have to be there for them. I have to be there for me, and I have to be there for my business too.
right, right. Well, I think there's actually kind of a sort of a noble intentions there. I mean, it's not just therapeutic for you, but I think what we've been discussing too since the beginning of this is that it's also helping other people to kind of cope with everything that we're dealing with too, because it helps us recall those better days when things
Right.
weren't as hectic and chaotic. So it's nice to hear how it's it benefits other people and is benefiting you as well. And you bring up another good point that this whole entire thing is really demonstrated to people the need for proper self-care and proper self-love.
Right.
Important to express that care and everything to other people important in your life, but you also have to take the time and energy to food for yourself too.
Exactly.
Well, I think we pretty much covered everything. I don't know if there's anything special you wanted to bring up about like how things are going. There's something we missed talking about, but I think.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who supported me every weekend, especially my line sisters and my sorority sisters of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. They have been extremely, extremely supportive every weekend. And it just makes me really feel blessed to have everyone in my life who, right now it's scary. No one really wants to eat from other people. It's a scary time we're in. So the fact that people are trusting my product, I'm just really overwhelmed, and I'm really happy about all the support that I've received. So I can't wait to do specials to honor all of this support that I've received.
Well, I think I could probably speak for everybody who's tried your dessert so far. Thank you as well for putting in the time and energy share this gift of yours, because really it's a gift to be able to bake and cook like that with the rest of us, especially at a time when we probably all need it the most. So thank you for all your sweet treats, and thank you for I guess spending a little time discussing with us your motivations and what you have in store down the line. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. I do have a short disclaimer. I have received text messages, phone calls, emails about family members on the brink of fighting one another about these puddings and these pies. You guys are eating the chestnut cookies off the top. Children don't want their mom's banana pudding. They're telling their moms, I don't want that. I want sweet teas. I'm just not responsible for the breakdown of these family relationships. Sweet teas does not take responsibility for that. I know someone who was plotting on their wife's sweet potato pie while they were in the shower. I'm not going to say any names. I'm not responsible. That's all I have to say.
Is that legally binding, just out of curiosity?
Not responsible. I can't, as a mental health professional, I'm not providing family interventions because people don't have self-control. People are rude eating cookies. It's not my job to do that.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to text you about that again. Well, thanks so much. I mean, obviously, I love everything that you've made so far, so I really can't wait to try the other things that you. I mean, I'm not even vegan, and I'm looking forward to it. So.
Well, I'm gonna let you sample everything, so you can give me feedback.
All right. Now I really can't wait. Okay. Well, thanks again for this. This was awesome, and I really appreciate you taking the time to do this interview. And I think honestly, I couldn't think of a better way of starting off this video series than getting to interview you. So.
Oh, thank you.
So, all right. I think that's good, right?
Yeah, that's good.